a shout out to DEMCAD, and DEMCAD is one of my favorite guys to watch on the internet. He mostly talks about, he's kind of politically neutral. I don't agree with everything that he says, but I agree with the majority of it. I think that he really has some really good thoughts on how stuff works. I really like his walking videos. He'll walk and he'll talk, which is a little bit more interesting than watching me sit on a sofa. But this is just the way I do my videos. But really cool. Oh, and another thing, and I'm going to mix this in. You probably saw it at the beginning of the video. That was from my trail cam. Alright, those were some deer that walked across my trail cam. Another way to monitor your property is through the use of trail cams. And if you locate them in areas and camouflage them, they're very difficult to find. So to see if somebody's accessing your property, whether it's a neighbor's dog or whether it's the neighbor himself or a complete stranger or somebody that vandalized your property or whatever, it's an easy way to get them on film without them knowing it. And trail cams are fantastic. You can get them on. You want to look for a trail cam that has infrared technology, so you can take night shots. And the technology is fantastic. For $70, you can get a trail cam that basically covers a 15-20 foot span on your property, and put it in a strategic location, like a funneling area or an exit, and you're going to capture anybody that comes onto your property to do you harm. But I just actually get deer on it. But so the video that you saw in the beginning, that was from my trail cam. So it's a great way of monitoring your property too. So these are just some ideas that I use to keep my property safe. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. So y'all take it easy. Later. So check it out. Today we're going to talk about perimeter security. Alright, perimeter security for the poor man. And I highly suggest that you guys have a home alarm system. My home alarm system is all-encompassing. It's got motion detectors, windows, and all that stuff. But when the power goes out or a shit hits the fan kind of situation happens, that's not going to work when the grid's down. So I highly suggest that you have, I'm going to suggest a few things that you can add to your security, to your property, to just make it a little bit more safer for you and your family and for your possessions. So I'm going to show you some really good cheap options. And the first thing I'm going to go over is, and I'm going to look at Amazon. I just ordered another section of them, and it's Mr. Beam's wireless LED lighting. And I actually activated this one. You can see how bright it is. And if you guys know, here's a night core flashlight. This thing's very bright. This is brighter than my night core, and it's got a better pattern, more of a flood pattern. These are fantastic, and I wish I could turn this off because it's going to blind you guys. Let me just undo the battery real quick. The battery compartment just encompasses this. It takes 3 D batteries. Alright. In the background you can hear my daughter. Isn't she great? She never stops. I don't know where she gets the motor mouth from. Probably me. But yeah, you got your D batteries right here. I'm going to just take those out so it's not shining in your face the whole time. Okay. And you can see right here it's got a little locking, lock into place with this. It's got like a mounting bracket, which is on my house right now. And it just kind of sticks in there and it locks in place. And you can put these things any direction you want. And I'll show you what this looks like. That's what it looks like. It's awesome. The light will not come on unless it's completely dark. So you're not going to be activating these things. It's not like, I've gotten motion sensing lights before and they constantly act up. You got to like adjust that little lightness setting and all this stuff. If it's not completely pitch dark, these things don't come on. Okay? When it's dusk, these won't come on. And they just constantly work. I op check them all the time and they just keep working. They're really great. And the motion detector system on these is fantastic. Alright? The only thing that I would suggest is the bead around here. I have 4 of these throughout my property, and soon I'm going to have 6. Now I also have lighting all the way around my house that's motion activated, but that's on the electrical grid. These, they don't require electricity, they require D batteries, and this is an LED light. These D batteries and this LED light, this will last for years. I will never, LED technology is incredible. The battery life that you get, and with D batteries on a Cree, I think a Cree 5 or a Cree 3. Let me see, I could actually get it. Let me see if I can get the actual specs. I'm going to bring this up real quick. Extremely bright LED with minimum power consumption. 140 lumens. It's because of the motion sensor that turns spotlight on and off automatically. Features weatherproof design for durability. For the weatherproofness, I'm going to tell you that I have 4 of them. 2 of them have leaked. So I'm going to recommend that you throw a piece of tape, just a piece of whatever, scotch tape, whatever, just around the edge, just to keep the water out. And they still work though. This one did have a little water damage. I took it apart, dried it out with my Data Vac that I did a review on the other day ago. And but even when it did have water on the inside, it still worked. It still works just as good as it did before. So these things are really durable. They run you about $20 a piece, but I just purchased a set of 3 for $50 on Amazon, and those are white. I got brown. This time I'm going to get white. It provides a 350 square feet of coverage, and it's battery operated. It's wireless, real easy. It literally takes you 5 minutes to put this thing up. The base is a single screw that you just put right on in wherever you want. You stick this in and you can put them anywhere. I've got them on all my sheds. I've got them on strategic locations throughout my yard. Basically, if anybody wants to come into the perimeter of my property, they're going to activate one of these. And these things are freaking bright, especially out in the country where when these things go off, I'm going to see it. I mean, it's bright. And it's going to scare the pants off somebody, because when these things go out and you look up, it's bright enough where it completely blinds you. You know, if you have it in that, if you know what I'm saying? When it comes on, you're just like, man, what the heck? Is that somebody flashing a flashlight through a window? Is that a cop behind me? I don't know. All right? These are fantastic for security. So highly recommend them. You can get them on Amazon. Mr. Beams. And I'll put that in the description. Another thing is this is a keypad controlled motion sensing alarm. And these things are really cool. They've got a mounting system for the back, which I have on my house. But I've got these on all my sheds that I have. I have quite a few sheds on my property. And basically you have to know the key code. And it's real easy. To activate it, all you do is, real easy. Alright, so we'll just put in the code. Alright, it's going to blink. Now in a minute, it's going to activate this sensor. So right now you're safe. You can leave the room or whatever you want to do. And we'll just see what happens here. Now, matter of fact, I'm not going to do it because it is just so darn loud. I mean, it's loud as all hell. So to unactivate it, you just type the code. Let's say you walk into the room that you've just activated this code for, or this alarm for. That's it. Now it's safe. You do whatever you want, and it's real simple to do. Real easy. These also take batteries, but the battery life is outstanding. The motion sensor is very smart. It's really intelligent. I haven't had any false alarms, and every time that I've tested it, it's outstanding. If you put this in a shed, at your typical shed, 12 by 12 by 15 feet high or whatever that you have on your property, and you have this located in your shed, someone opens up the door, they go in to steal whatever, your power washer or whatever. When this thing goes off, and I'm telling you, when I tested it, it is so loud that it completely disorients you. You can't even think. I almost couldn't even type in the code to stop it. This is an outstanding product, and you can get these for like $5. Alright? Great little alarm system for the exterior of your properties. Alright? You don't want to put it outside because it'll be activated by cats or dogs or whatever. I'd recommend inside the shed or whatever you're going to do. Now, inside your house, okay? You should always have deadbolts. You should have exterior doors. I have them barricaded. like the garage and exterior. I have a safe room that I have set up. I'm not going to disclose where that is, but I do have a safe room that my family knows where to run, that if somebody is trying to break into the house or whatever. But the first line of defense is anybody can go through a window. Hi, Kat. How you doing? Anybody can go through a window. But going through a window takes about a good 5 minutes. And not only that, I'm a pretty big dude. And even my wife, she knows some self-defense moves that even if somebody was trying to go through a window, it's going to expose them to very sharp objects, and I'm gonna rake that guy across that glass that he just broke. But the easiest way to enter into somebody's house is through their front door, because a deadbolt is not going to stop me. I'm 244 pounds, and I can break a door like that. A simple kick and that door flies open. It literally does not stop you at all. A window's going to stop me, especially at 244. Me getting through a window is going to cut me up pretty good. And that's going to allow whoever's inside the house to get to their safe room. And once an individual's in their safe room, you're not going to be able to get them out unless you have some high firepower, if that safe room is done correctly. But what I recommend is I picked this up. It's Master Lock makes it, and it basically barricades your front door. And it goes right underneath your door handle. You place it up there. This would, and I'm going to say for myself, it would prevent it. Instead of making it a 1-kick process, it's going to make it maybe a 10-kick process for me to get inside somebody's property, or if a bad guy wanted to get in. We're talking about a 10-kick process. That's 10 kicks for me and my family to get into the safe room, and basically wait for him to make the mistake of coming towards the safe room. So this is what you want. It's cheap. This is not being paranoid. This is a real simple $12 device that you put, and it's real easy. You just stick it underneath the door handle, and that's it. And when you want to unactivate it, you just pick it up. It's white. It looks nice. You don't even notice it's there. All you do notice is that you're a lot safer than you would have been. So, fantastic device for home protection. So, other than guns and your normal alarm system, these are ways that you can protect your belongings in your house in a situation that the power grid goes down. Because when the power grid goes down, those little fancy alarm systems are no good. But alarm systems are great. Don't underestimate it. Not only that, is you can contact ADT, they will install it, you'll pay a monthly fee, but the monthly fee and having the alarm system lowers your property insurance more. So it's actually cheaper to have an alarm system. Pretty cool, huh? So you can have a full-blown alarm system, and it actually costs you less having it because your property insurance goes down. Really cool stuff. So I highly recommend that you have a professionally installed alarm system. But these are other cheap ways. So basically, for about $100, you can protect your house. And these are fantastic things. Okay, I'm going on and on.